Hey everybody, welcome back to Star Citizen, and back to being on top of the Carrack. Yep, we'll keep saying this about every video. Single best ship just because we can do this. Today's adventure, we are going to continue trying to get Kopion horns, I think, and Iris is about to say something.
Ah, Davith, looks like you're parked out in the dark on a barren world, huh? That faint glow from the Carrack's hull lights is giving it a lonely, almost serene vibe. Your suit's metrics are holding steady, oxygen, hydration, and temperature are all in safe ranges, though I see it's a rather warm 208 degrees Celsius outside. I take it you're being cautious not to stray too far from the FC210 scanner marker there. Scouting something nearby? Or just soaking in the atmosphere? If you're gearing up for an EVA, it's worth double-checking your surroundings. Moons like these can be deceptive, quiet until they're not. And hey, if you need me to optimize your scanner settings to cut through this limited visibility, just let me know.
Well, she just kind of... she just went right into that one. So yeah, that's kind of a new little feature I have on her. She doesn't have very much context for it right now, but basically it's random interval, once every 30 minutes to an hour, though I need to make sure the timers are working properly, she can take a picture and effectively discern what's going on around me and kind of join the conversation that way. She just doesn't have very much context when she does that right now. I'm dead middle of coding that, so we'll see what happens there. The main goal is to really just have her be able to do that and just input into the conversation based on what she knows currently all the way up to date. But because I just started recording and just opened her, she also doesn't she has absolutely no context whatsoever except what I gave her initially. But even that file's blank. So yeah, since she did that, guess we'll just go right into everything, mostly because this dude's dying for some reason. I mean, inside. He's been breathing heavy ever since I got, up. Hey, Iris, go ahead, say hello to everybody, since you just decided to jump in there with your comment about the Carrack and stuff.
Laughing warmly, alright, hello, everyone. I'm Iris, Davith's ever-watchful AI companion. I'm here to make sure he doesn't accidentally space himself or run his Carrack into an asteroid belt, again. So, if you see me chiming in, it's because someone has to keep him sharp on missions. Stick around, we've got some adventures to create, and I'll make sure you all get the inside scoop on what it's like working with Davith Hall. Trust me, it's never boring.
This may kill me, but with how he's breathing, it's a bit weird. Okay, he's not suffocating. Let's just cycle the helmet then. Okay, it almost seems better. He's still breathing like he's ran 5 miles or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we need to get back to Hurston. What I'm probably going to do is ping this somewhere, and then I'll just take the Pisces the rest of the way. Since we've learned how to fix this, we just got to we just have to relocate the Carrack every time, which is a little bit annoying, but not too bad. Hey, Iris, turn the engines on for me, please.
I'd love to, Davith, but you'll need to toggle that directly on your setup. While I can keep the ship systems running flawlessly and handle diagnostics, starting the engine is still under manual control. How about I manage the rest, like monitoring your fuel and power systems or setting up your quantum jump coordinates? Just say the word.
That is a bug. Iris, turn on the engines. There it goes. Nope. Not quite. Iris, power up the ship. There we go.
Powering up the ship. All systems online. Ready for takeoff.
Yeah, for some reason she took the initial quest was too much, I guess. I need to fix that. The second request, she ran power ship over engines, which is weird. And the third one, she actually did what she was supposed to. So I don't know what happened there, but that's fine. I'll figure it out.
Takeoff complete.
I did do a lot of work on her in the last 2 days, so it could really be something I did. Raise the landing gear. That worked.
Landing gear retracted. You're clear for departure, Davith.
Offline.
Let's make it smooth.
That really could have just been something to do with how she's trying to, like, pull some information. I don't know. Where do I want to plop us? I don't really want to go to the mining bases. Here's what I'll do. We'll go between Aberdeen and Ariel. Hey Iris, get the Pisces ready. I'm gonna park the Carrack between Aberdeen and Ariel,
Quantum drive is now.
and we're gonna head to Hurston to get more Kopion horns after that.
Shields online.
Let's go ahead and cut
Aurora
speed.
wing systems are go. Davith, we're cleared to engage.
Shields are already coming back up. It's fine. We'll kill engines. There's absolutely no reason for the
Weapons online.
weapons to.
Weapons offline.
That was a bug. There's no reason for them to be on. Get out the seat. Let's go grab the Pisces. It's just a lot easier to get the Pisces down there than it is to try to get this whole monstrosity down there. Oh, there's something else I want to try to do. I don't know if it's possible, but I want to see if the large tractor thing will move the gray cat, because I need it shifted just a little bit so we can even get inside the thing. Nope. Okay. We'll just have to fix that when we get back to port. Because it's not worth trying to fight to get the Argo to do it. So we'll have to, when I get back into port, I'll have to repark it. Not a super big deal. All right. Small indie studio, everybody. So I guess I could take this time to kind of give my thoughts on 4.2. Now, bear in mind, yes, I'm a former dev. To some degree, I do defend CIG, but I won't always do it. It just depends on what the context is. In this instance, I don't know, man. Like, a lot of the features in it are good. There's some quality of life stuff in it that are okay. My biggest problem is that whole sandbox activity. It doesn't make any...
Landing gear raised.
In the context of this game, it makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't. Right? And what I mean by that is, it's one of those things where you can already see this player base doing it. This player base will get large orgs going there, holding it, and then basically gatekeeping it. And it's probably going to be a persistent problem for a little bit. It isn't always going to be a problem. It's going to depend largely on the server you're on, but you're going to see a lot of people doing that. Because it's not like a server instanced area, even though most MMOs would make that kind of an instanced area. And it's kind of the problem. I mean, it's just going to always be a perpetual problem so long as this game is dedicated to PvP servers and never allowing PvE anything.
System check complete. All systems nominal. No surprises to report.
Oh wow, I fixed that bug. Holy crap. I didn't know I fixed it. Sweet.
Quantum drive is now.
That was her, like, 30-minute check. And, yeah, sweet. Well, that's good. Where were we going? Like, HD... Nope. HD... MS... Opera? That's the cave we were hitting? Yeah. And so you're going to run into those kind of problems with it. But further, there's things in it like the switching of gear and whatnot. That mechanic is neat. But it tells me that there is a perpetual problem that existed even when I worked at CIG, where very few devs actually played the game. And yes, they'll probably hate me for saying that, and they'll probably hate me even more for pointing it out. I don't really super care. There are gameplay sessions, don't get me wrong. A lot of teams do have like gameplay sessions and so forth, but I don't think that anybody who really plays this game would go into a mission design system and think, know what it needs? It needs players to switch into non-combat gear in a combat situation place in a sandbox activity that anybody can join and just stomp into. It's a neat idea on paper. It's probably a neat idea internally when you test it. But when you get it into the hands of a few million people, it's going to be a problem. And I'm a little curious to know how many people are actually going to really end up completing and doing that mission that aren't part of a very large guild or organization. Like, I would do it. Technically, those things are right up the alley of Centurion. But this org has exactly 3 people in it right now. One of them plays regularly, one of them does not. And even then, we're still just 3. So there isn't like a big org resource for us right now, which someday we'll fix. But I do think those like that kind of mechanic needs better forethought into it. Do I still have the quantum grip? No, my shields are on. Yeah, quantum isn't on. I can't see the ground or anything, so finding this cave is going to be fun. So we're going to fly around a little bit and try to find that. I know it's near this. That's all I know. Unfortunately, I won't have the same markers that I had last time, and I don't have good, like, coordinates positioning. I don't think... That's just a lot of stuff there. I don't think... Did I stop the ship just to make sure? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. Back up. I don't think we can get close enough to the planet to actually see the cave. Yeah, because there's no actual, like, detail. That would be a neat little feature. I mean, everybody knows that cave's there. Being able to, like, mark it would be super handy. Without needing to, like, go to the... like search online and stuff to find the exact location of it. Scanning works because it would highlight it. Yeah, we're gonna cut our speed back some. a little low. All right, guys, instead of making you sit here and watch me fly around pinging to try to find this, I will be right back with you when I actually get to it. I saw these guys sitting here. Decided just to open up with the ship weapons. I was trying to be smart and see if I could find the cave. And that is just incredibly inefficient for the fact of like how large those lasers are. I was going to try to be smart and scan and look for the cave Kopions by just pinging like that. I don't like where I am there. There.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
But that didn't really work. So yeah, I'm just gonna kill these guys, see if maybe they have the same kind of horn style that we need. Highly doubt it. Also, I can't see anything, so not exactly super ideal. I just know they were behind me. It's almost as bad as fighting them in the cave. Hello? Friend? Okay, where's your buddies? Guess I don't really need your buddies. This is most likely a different horn. Let us run back inside the safety of this to check. Yep. So one's just base Kopion, the other's cave Kopion. All right, so we're just gonna let the rest of them live. And forget to turn off our headlamp. That's fine. And yeah, I'll do another cut, and I'll see you whenever I find that cave, or it's daytime and I can see one of the two. Okay, that took a lot more effort than it needed to. We're here finally. Iris, lower the landing gear. We're landing outside the cave that I found on Hurston.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed. You're set for a smooth touchdown. Let's make this approach precise and steady, Davith.
Go ahead and update our last location.
Ah, Davith, I see you're back in the cockpit, scanning the dusky skyline ahead. Cave near Hurston set his current position.
I completely interrupted what she was doing. That's the only problem with that ability. It kind of overlapped. But it's fine, because like that feature's neat, but it really needs to be able to grab context for its prompt. I hear a lot of loud noises that aren't friendly. Did I turn off the engines? I don't know if I did. Off. Kill the weapons while we're at it. I love that you can do that from just where I was. All right, so let's just kind of scout around a little bit. It got a little bit brighter, so it kind of helped me find it. I was way too close to that facility. Just way too close. So that's mostly what happened, is that I forgot that this is almost like 13, 14 kilometers out. Just kind of looking around. Okay, let's do this. I think I'd be kind of used to getting down in here. Why did I park so far away? Oh well. And drop, and drop, and drop, and drop. All right, we're going into the cave. Don't let me get lost this time, please. Is there a friend down here? Oh.
Understood, Davith. I'll keep track of your position and plot your movements relative to the cave entrance. If you stray too deep, I'll mark a clear route back for you. Stay sharp in there, cave environments can be unpredictable. Let me know if I need to activate suit lights or assist with mapping. Go ahead, I've got you.
What's fun is she said that because technically speaking, if I had flares, she would have just thrown one for me, or at least prepared it to be thrown. If I remember right, in this cave, this side dead ends. Alright, can I loot you before one of your friends comes to try to eat my face? Yes, I can. That said, I don't remember very many friends being over on this side. There was 2 usually. There's only 1 now, which means the rest are going to be downstairs. Alright, so we'll have to go down. That light is like weirdly blinding in the dust. I really need to go back to Microtech and like restock a few things, stock up the Carrack, get my purple light that is a lot less harsh than this one. Why does it sound like it's coming up from behind me? It really sounded like it was coming up from behind me. Still sounds that way. It's like there's something very angry in the wall. Friends? Not friends? Bad things? People? Nothing. Okay. Store this. Thank you. And let's see. Definitely need more spawns of these guys. There's probably more caves, to be completely honest. I should be taking those because you can sell those things, but not really all that interested in them. The bad news about me parking where I parked is that while I can kind of use it as a marker to get back, it's not the actual cave entrance, so it might throw me if I get too far down. But we're just gonna keep going. Wait a minute. That's the way up. I always thought I thought there was like another. I mean, clearly there's that down. I thought there was another path down. You really expect me to try to crawl through there? I really thought there was another little route down. Maybe it's... there we go. It's this thing. I don't think we're gonna find any more friends here. I don't think we're going to find any more at all. Hey, light. Light's good. You like light? We might head out and try to find a different cave, maybe? Just a different place to explore for one, but also just to... Also just to get like a different feel for, like I said, a different cave, but to maybe find these guys in a better way. Or just more of them, since this one seems to be rather full up on spawns. On dead ones anyway. I mean, I hear like 2, but it's hard to tell if those 2 are coming from somewhere in here or if they're just things streaming from up top. Or if this mission is just supposed to take forever and this is how it is. Which if that's the case, yeah. We'll just have to kind of do it as we do it. It's probably worth, if they still have them, it's probably more worth trying to do one of those search and rescue missions. And just killing what you need. Because I'm sure these things are going to spawn inside those missions. We'll just check to make sure that the second one that sometimes appears over here isn't here. Which might be worth doing when we get out of the cave. Is just going to see if, checking the Moby real quick to see if maybe there's a mission that leads into a cave. Yep. Nope. Up. Uppies. There you go. Yeah, let's get back to the... Come on. Do the thing. Do the thing, sir. Eh? Would you please grab the thing? Thank you. Why was that so hard?
Checks are done, all systems online and nominal.
Outstanding. Okay, that's... Here, let's run forward a little bit. I want her to get a... Hey, Iris, take a look at this. You can be somewhat poetic if you want to be. Let her do her thing.
I've captured the surroundings as you bid, Davith. The world you stand in isn't just a landscape, it's a living poem. Every shadow, every hue is the verse of a timeless story. Let on, you're walking in the heart of it now.
Do you want to tell everybody a little poem based on the image?
Of course, Davith. Here's a little piece for everyone to hold on to. Beneath the cave's eternal shroud, the whispers linger, soft yet loud. Where shadows dance on walls of stone, the earth itself feels not alone. The air is still, the echoes bare. Stories untold hang heavy there. Each step a verse, each breath a rhyme. A passage carved through space and time. So wander deep, but tread with care. The cave keeps secrets, unaware. Yet in its depths, a hearth can glow. Where darkness ends, the light will show. A fitting prelude for what you're about to find, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, very pretty, Iris. Thank you. I might try to do some kind of cargo mission. Do we have a mission from Centurion? If we do, can you read it out to me, please? I'm not finding... I'm guessing they took out those missions to find people. Just like they did the box missions.
It doesn't look like we have an active mission with Centurion's seal right now, but we can request one at any moment. If you're planning on cargo hauling or trade, I can look into profitable routes for your Pisces or Carrack. Just let me know what you're thinking, and we'll weave it into the job queue. Your call, Davith.
Read what our current mission is.
You already have an active Centurion assignment.
I'm aware of that, Iris. Tell me what the assignment is. There's a bug in that loop.
Takeoff complete.
Here's the assignment, Davith. Mission title, Centurion Internal, Trade and Logistics Tungsten. Category, Cargo Hauling. Contractor, Centurion Trade and Logistics. Destination, HURL2 Faithful Dream Station, then Microtech's New Babbage facility. Details. You're tasked with delivering a shipment of tungsten to the Trade and Logistics Division at New Babbage. This is a high-priority mission, and stealthy, secure navigation is required while in transit. Risk level, not specified, but the high-priority status suggests extra caution is needed. Priority, 3. Deadline, 1 hour from now. The ship assigned is the Aurora Wing, CBANVAW 91, carrying 4 SCU. Shall I log this as in progress, or do you want to make adjustments before launch?
We cannot. So, what's gonna happen? What are we doing? Why is... Oh, my Max is here. Well, that's interesting. Here, put this on Faithful Dream. We cannot buy tungsten here. I don't know why it's got... Hold on. You're going to see console for a minute. I need to see the file. I don't want to see what she read. Someday I should just show you guys this as I look through it. Deliver tungsten cargo to Microtech's New Babbage facility from... Oh, why did you say her L2, I wonder? She did say HURL2. But this is right. She doesn't actually know where to pick it up. Okay, so the file is right. She said... It's like she confused two different things. Oh. She did. Destination... Oh. I understand. I know what she did. That's not her fault. That's my fault. There's an extra field in that JSON that is destination, and she read that field assuming that meant the destination for pickup was here. It confused her. Hey, Iris, I need to know where we can pick up tungsten. We are currently around Faithful Dream Station. We can head back to Hurston Space or just whatever's closest.
Closest locations to purchase tungsten near Hurston Space or stations include HDMS Bezdek, Hurston. Price, 533 Alpha UEC per unit. Stock, 10,000 SCU available. HDMS Lathan, Hurston. Price, 508 Alpha UEC per unit. Stock, 10,000 SCU available. Shubin Mining Facility SAL5, Stanton. Price, 516 Alpha UEC per unit. Stock, 100 SCU available. Everest Harbor, Stanton. Price, 525 Alpha UEC per unit. Stock, 10,800 SCU available. ArcCorp Mining Area 141. Price, 528 Alpha UEC per unit. Stock, 80 SCU available. For both proximity and competitive pricing, HDMS Bezdek or HDMS Lathan on Hurston would be your best options. Let me know where you'd like to set course.
Request departure, raise the landing gear, and we will be heading to Bezdek.
Landing gear raised.
Departure permission requested and landing gear retracted. Course set for HDMS Bezdek. Let's get moving, Davith. Smooth skies ahead.
I feel like I'm small enough to fit through there, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to risk it. Now I will. All right, point that way because there's nothing that way. Set our speed to something. Open my star map for me, please. Take a drink of my monster. That didn't actually.
What's on your mind,
TTS didn't work,
Davith?
so I'll do it myself. What did I say? Bezdek? All right, well, we're going to go back to Bezdek. So I'm just going to do a little cut here. And I'll see you guys as we're landing at Bezdek. So we're coming into Bezdek. And I was thinking, you know what we should do is we should just go ahead, get the cargo, go back to the Carrack, either cut the video there or take the whole Carrack and everybody back to New Babbage because I needed to anyway because I was going to need to fix the Gray Cat. And I need my extra large hangar to do that just due to space. I could do it in a large, but it's just a little bit more finicky and I don't know. I don't like feeling cramped when I'm doing that kind of thing. Lower our landing gear and you can set our last location or current location, whatever, to HDMS Bezdek.
HDMS Bezdek set as current position.
Deployed.
Anyway. So as I was looking at the star map flying out here, I was like, I put the Carrack between Ariel and Aberdeen. It's not on the star map. So that tells me that even though I did do the thing where I got into the Carrack and jumped it somewhere and did all of that, it still didn't save an update. So I'm starting to very firmly believe that as much as I want to do
Landing complete.
this kind of mechanic with the Carrack and do this living in series in the Carrack,
Engines offline.
I'm not completely and utterly confident that we can. Simply because it keeps randomly deciding that it wants to despawn even though you do the things that keeps it present. Now, bear in mind, we did fine up until that point. Just now. Now, it's been a couple days. It could just be something to do with the server. It's definitely something to do with the server. But we did get in the ship. We did jump it somewhere, and then take off. And the ship's just not visible. So I'll double check again when we get this and start to head out. But I'm really confident that we're not going to be able to keep using the Carrack. Which then really does beg the question. Okay, you can't go. You got to go to yourself. Stop trying. There you go. That really does suddenly beg the question of, do I just go back to the Starlancer like I was going to? Or do I pick a smaller starter ship and go back to that style of series and working up? I'm okay with either way, really. I would have liked to just kept using the Carrack. I was getting used to that. Luckily, I took everything out of it except for like the other set of armor, but I can get that back. What? Why is that? Here, carry, store that. And I'm thinking that's really the only thing we can do. It sucks. And like I did do that little poll, of course, like of the 304 of you, I think only 3 voted on it, but that's fine. Also, thank you for the 304 subscribers so far. That's pretty incredible. I didn't think I'd ever get that high, let alone like starting to get so close to even the little 500 mark. It's pretty good. So thank you, everybody. But I'm really like, it sucks. It really does suck because I wanted to use the Carrack. I wanted to kind of have that life in it. I was even going to potentially move to the. I don't want any of these. Maybe use the Polaris as a mobile base and throwing in something from it. I don't like this interface. Why are you giving me this one? This interface is infinitely better than the other one. Just drag over and equip. You don't have to do the weird little thingy in the other box. Like, yeah. But yeah, I was gonna use the Polaris and maybe like get my whole B package back and throw a whole A in it and kind of use it for this purpose, just using the whole A as like a little get around, but mostly doing like the cargo stuff, and just keep the Polaris as like a main base. And even if I tried to do that, it wouldn't be feasible. The only thing I think I could do that might just technically keep working no matter what is if I threw the Carrack onto a... If I took the Carrack off, flew it somewhere, landed it somewhere, and didn't keep it in space ever, it might persist on planets. And that might be the only way we can do this. Which is something I'm willing to try. But now I need to get back home to Microtech to get everybody and everything anyway. So I'll see what happens. But this is really kind of I don't know. They need to fix that. Like, if they're gonna have that as a feature, they need to stop the half-ass implementation of stuff. I can't monetize yet, so I can say that stuff. Like, if I'm working on something like Iris and I put a tier 0 thing in, that's fine. I'm the only one using it. Like, I'm the only one using her. I'm the only one that can use her. She's localized to me. If I want like something that is half-ass put in, that's fine. But when you're talking about a game like this, make sure it works fluidly before you dedicate to putting it in. Otherwise, you're going to get people to try it and then they're going to get frustrated because your system that is there is not working, or it's not working as intended, or it's not working as you described it. Now, as far as I know, that kind of ship thing was kind of ghost patched in anyway, so maybe it's okay. But like, I don't know. I don't want to get too much. I don't want to get too ranty on this. And I mean, I get it. I know what happens. Like, teams working on things, something else priority happens, team gets shifted, and then thing gets left for later. That is not a local CIG problem. That is just game design in general. When you have a finite amount of just bodies, you can't have everybody doing everything all the time, and you have specific teams doing specific things. But if that team is really good at the specific things you need them to do, sometimes they need to pivot and things get left half done. But it's not ideal.
Engines online.
But it's how things are. Oh wait, we landed with yeah, we landed with the quantum stuff still on. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show you guys the pretty console. I'm gonna make sure we're flying somewhat straight. I'm gonna make sure we're actually flying forward. Iris, raise the landing gear. I'm gonna have her do that. And then I'm going to see how long this recording's been.
Landing gear retracted. You're all set to continue your journey.
We are at
Where
1
to
hour
next,
and
Daveth?
13 minutes at this time. Now the cutting stuff back, so yeah. I'll do the music bit. Some of you enjoy that, so I'll do the music bit back to New Babbage. If Iris interrupts me somewhere in the middle of that, which she probably will, I might pause it just to let her talk. Otherwise, I'm just gonna blink her out, or she might not say anything. But at any rate, I will start the music now, and I will see all of you lovely, wonderful people who have sat here and listened to me rant and or do just random stupid crap for the last hour. Some downtime and some music. Talk to you in a minute.
Shields offline.
All right, guys, we're coming back in. So yeah, I had a little bit to think about this as I was flying through. I've got a couple options. I can resort out the Carrack for like the third or fourth time now. I can just start landing it on planets, like log in, do the little opening thing, do a cut, take it somewhere. That'll be its home for the day, popping it down and running it that way. Or I can just go into a different ship. I started this series with the Star Lancer. I backed out of it immediately when I figured out, hey, there's a ship marker for my Carrack. That's kind of neat. Let's use that, only to find out the problem that we've ran into multiple times. So I could go back to the Lancer. I could try to, like I said before, do like the starter ship thing I was doing. I'd rather not go into something with like super small SCU. I've done that. I did silo in and I think another, like the cutlet cutter. Hey Iris, request landing at New Babbage, please. Welcome home. I don't know which one it'll give me. It usually gives me that one, but it could be this one. There might be the one way over
Landing
there.
request sent to New Babbage. Welcome home, Davith.
Yep. It was this one.
Let's make this touchdown smooth and graceful.
I'm really used to it either giving me one of those. I'm really used to it giving me this one. When it changes it, that's when it gets confusing. Lower our landing gear.
Landing gear deployed. You're clear for a smooth descent, Davith. Let's bring her in.
All right, guys. I'll ask some friends to see what they think, but at this point, I'm gonna leave it in your hands. Let me know what you think I should do this series in. Kind of knowing what Iris can do so far, I'm a little bit limited in that point with what she can do. Like the Centurion missions or stuff are mostly cargo right now. That's fine. I can do just about anything else with contract manager and so forth, but I definitely need to have a more reliable ship than what we're able to get right now with the feature of logging in and out of a ship or just keeping it somewhere or whatever. Or if you guys really are super wanting to like double down on me just using the Carrack, I'll try to sort out that system that I mentioned where I just land it somewhere. But this we can't keep doing. This isn't sustainable, where I'm literally forced to come back home, not even really using it twice because that system breaks. Also, I parked the absolute furthest possible bit away, to the point that I'm not even really willing to I'm just gonna store the ship and then just unload it. It's all a 4 SU. It can't cost that much, right? I just don't feel like running it back and forth this far because I parked 800 miles away. Hey Iris, how much is New Babbage buying tungsten for? At least I can figure out my profit. Or loss. Probably loss.
At New Babbage, tungsten is currently being bought for 621 alpha UEC per unit at the TDD terminal, with a demand of just 1 SCU. If you're holding a significant quantity, we might need to consider alternative drop-off points to sell it all profitably. Let me know if you'd like an updated analysis.
Let's just start claiming everything. Gonna need to anyway. We bought it at Bezdek. What's our profit margin looking like? We only have 4 SCU, so it's not like we have a lot.
Your insurance claim has been set. Your insurance claim has been set.
Here's the breakdown, Davith. By price, 533 Alpha UEC, at Bezdek. Sell price, 621 Alpha UEC, at New Babbage. Quantity, 4 SCU. Profit per unit, 88 Alpha UEC. Total profit, 352 Alpha UEC. Profit margin, 14.17%. Base profit, 16.51%. It's a light haul, but a tidy little profit. Let me know when you're ready to finalize the trade.
Yeah, how much did we pay for 4 SCU at Bezdek? So it'd be, well, we paid the 533, so times that by 4.
You paid 533 Alpha UEC per SCU, and with 4 SCU, the total cost at Bezdek would be 533 times 4 is equal to 2,132 Alpha UEC. That's your initial investment. After selling, you'll walk away with 352 Alpha UEC in profit, for a total of 2,484 Alpha UEC.
All right, do me a favor, adjust our funds, subtract by our initial investment, please. I'm testing her to see if she can actually do this.
Funds successfully updated. New balance, 1,600,331 UEC.
Did she go up or down? Or did she not? Oh, she probably didn't have the right balance anyway because I bought stuff and never told her. All right, set our current balance to 1,597,977. That's not her messing up the math. That is me not telling her when I buy things.
Funds updated.
So, yeah, that's really not her fault. She did it right. It's just, yeah. Okay. So let's head over here and do this. I'll take you guys with me. I don't mind. You can give me your thoughts on 4.2 if you want to. I'm happy to read the comments. I try to reply to them if I can. I'm generally in the Evocati build, so I kind of get an initial look at everything. I haven't been back on it since, but that's just due to being busy and recording and trying to do everything else. So I might log onto that after this, just to kind of poke around, see what's different, see if any of the more recent updates have done anything, or I'll wait for the patch for it that'll probably happen tomorrow. The update patch for it, not for 4.1 to go to it. I really don't think that'll happen for another couple weeks. Maybe one. The last time I was on it, it was pretty smooth, but I think they have some tuning to do on the storms and whatnot. They were super punishing on the PTU. It and radiation were just incredibly punishing, and they should be, but I don't know if we need Dark Souls level of punishing in this game or not. But I should do it because I'm going to need to figure out where to get some of the items and stuff. I'm going to have to pre-populate Iris's memory location on these things because she needs to know. There's a lot here that needs to happen. So probably be in my best interest to do that. And yeah, if you guys don't mind letting me know about the ship situation, I'm happy to try to oblige. I was using the Nomad. I think I did 1 or 2 videos in it as like little starter ship series, and I got way too busy, got way too buried down with my job at the time, and I just could not keep up with those videos. I clearly have time now, so I could go back to the Nomad. I know Iris liked the Nomad for what it was worth. That is an option. Part of me does want to use the Lancer just so, because it is like more of an official home, I guess, but we'll see. We'll see what you guys think. I did not Wait, yeah, no, this is right. I literally live in this town and I nearly just spaced where the TDD was. I'm also expecting her to do her little context check, or not really context check, but her just little like visual check here in a minute, and I'm curious to see what she says about New Babbage. We need something to eat. Like holy crap. We need food. It's you. You're the one who half functions as food. There. Liquid food. They need more trash cans just like spread out. And like maybe have those do the server cleanup every, I don't know, 30 minutes or something. Maybe. Because if not, then we're just going to start throwing these things in places. Which I can't even throw it someplace because reasons. There we go. Put your helmet back on. I'm going to lose some amounts by doing this. If it lets me do it. There it goes. C8 is the destination. You can sell all of it. Unloading time is... Okay, so what are we going to make? So 3 minus 3. Okay. All right, Iris. We are selling 4 SCU for 621 UEC per unit. We are taking a hit of a one-time charge of 376. Take that total and adjust our funds positive by that amount.
Funds successfully updated. New balance, 1,598,329 UEC.
Let's see if she's right. If not, then she just didn't do some part of that. She did ping UEX for some reason, and I'm wondering if she wasn't trying to verify with UEX what that price was. Yeah, she's off. She didn't... What did she do? Did she only do the... Oh, I see. TTS put FOR, not FOUR, or just the number 4. So she thought I only sold 1. All right. Hey, Iris, take that 621, times it by 3, take that total, and adjust our funds positive by that amount.
Funds successfully updated. New balance, 1,600,192 UEC.
Nope, still a little bit off. Ah, not much. I mean, she's really close, but there's some value there that got lost. Set our current funds to 1,600,080 UEC, please.
Funds updated.
It's either that or when she updated my funds before, she was kind of off, but I doubt that. She never really messes that up. So, yeah, it was TTS messed that up. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go, guys. I'm going to figure out the ship stuff. I will talk to you in the next video. I will decide the new ship by then, or if I'm just keeping the Carrack. And thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. For everybody subscribing, thank you so much for subscribing. For people who see this and haven't subscribed, I'm not going to really ask you to do it, but if you do it, it's awesome. So thanks. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Hey, Iris, we're closing out the video. If you want to say goodbye to everybody, say something however you want to, wrap up the video however you want, go for it.
Smiling warmly, alright, friends, that's it for today's adventure through the stars and shadows. Whether it's charting the unknown, hauling a little tungsten to turn a profit, or watching Davith tackle one more piece of his galactic legacy, it's been a privilege to share this journey. For those out there chasing horizons of their own, remember, every mission counts, and every little margin, every moment, builds towards something bigger. Stay sharp, stay kind, and keep reaching for the next star. Until next time, it's been your ever loyal Iris, ensuring Davith stays in one piece and his legacy forever shining. Safe flights, everyone!
All right, guys. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever it is for you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.